There was a time when humans did not know what hour it was. They didn't check clocks. They didn't count minutes. They didn't rush. Life moved with the sun. You woke when light arrived. You rested when it left. Time wasn't something you managed. It was something you lived inside. For most of human history, time had no numbers, only rhythm. But humans have always wanted one thing more than comfort: precision. The earliest civilizations looked to the sky for it. In ancient Egypt, tall obelisks cast shadows across stone. As the sun moved, the shadow moved with it. That was time. At night, they used stars. Plumb lines called merkits aligned the heavens, dividing darkness into parts. Time was still alive, still connected to nature. Later came water clocks, clepsydras, water dripping from one vessel to another, endlessly flowing, not ticking, not stopping. Incense clocks followed, a line of smoke, slowly burning away. Time wasn't broken into pieces. It flowed. But flow had a problem. It was never perfectly steady. Water froze. Incense burned unevenly. Shadows stretched differently with the seasons. Human life grew more complex. Markets, rituals, cities, and flow was no longer enough. So humanity searched for something new, a beat. In medieval Europe and in the Islamic world, inventors began building machines that didn't flow. They oscillated. Gears, weights, mechanisms that moved back and forth, again and again. The breakthrough was the escapement, a device that stopped motion then released it tooth by tooth. For the first time, time did not flow. It ticked. This was a quiet revolution. Because the moment time could be divided evenly, it could be compared, measured, standardized. Later, a swinging lamp in a cathedral caught Galileo's eye. No matter how wide the arc, the swing took the same time. Decades later, Christian Huygens turned that observation into the pendulum clock. Timekeeping became 60 times more accurate overnight. Seconds began to matter. But precision revealed a new problem. At sea, sailors could not tell where they were. Ships crashed. Empires lost fortunes. Longitude depended on time. And time refused to behave on moving water. One man spent 30 years solving this. John Harrison, a carpenter. He built a clock that resisted heat, cold, motion, and gravity. The marine chronometer. For the first time, time could travel, not tied to the sun, not tied to the stars. Time was now portable, abstract. Then humanity went further. In the late 19th century, physicists asked a dangerous question. What if time didn't belong to the Earth at all? What if it belonged to atoms? Atoms never age, never tire, never drift. In 1940, a physicist measured the vibration of a cesium atom, over 9 billion oscillations per second. Perfect, identical, unchanging. In 1967, the world made a decision. The second would no longer be defined by the rotation of the planet, but by the vibration of an atom. Time left the sky and moved beneath our feet. Today, atomic clocks guide GPS satellites, financial markets, power grids. Your phone knows the time more precisely than any king in history. Yet something strange happened. As time became more accurate, life did not feel calmer. We measure time better than ever, but we understand it less. Physicists tell us time has a direction, the arrow of time. It only moves forward, driven by entropy, by disorder. Stephen Hawking spent decades wrestling with this idea. Even as his body failed, his mind searched for answers. Near the end, he could speak only through the smallest movements. A twitch, a glance. Time was precise. Life was fragile. And still, the questions remained. Now we build clocks so accurate they lose less than 1 second since the beginning of the universe. Soon, nuclear clocks may measure time at the level of the atom's core. We test Einstein by carrying clocks up mountains and watching them tick faster. We have mastered measurement. But here is the paradox. The more perfectly we measure time, the more it feels like it owns us. When time was a shadow, it passed gently. When it was water, it flowed. When it became a beat, it demanded attention. And now, broken into infinite pieces, it disappears. Perhaps the problem was never time itself. Perhaps it was the moment we stopped living inside it and started counting it.